Hello, my name is Josh and welcome to my new allotment. And yes, at the moment it doesn't look too good. So it's been a really long wait. I've had to wait 4 years on the waiting list to get an allotment. Now, at the moment I have been doing stuff in my garden. Not gonna lie, it has done quite well. We have made the garden into a growing area, but it's quite a shame because now that I've got this, most of my time will be focused on trying to get this allotment up together. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually very excited about doing this because it's going to be a massive project. And as you can see by this behind me, it's going to take a lot to clear this out and then build upon it to make myself a really nice allotment. So I did actually have two options on allotments to pick, and it was this one here, which is about all this, and all you can see is just brambles and the odd tree in the middle, or this allotment here, which is a lot bigger in size, as it's got all this option left here as well. But the reason why I chose this one here is because if you look over there, we've got some clear area. So this would be our base of operations before we start attacking this, because a little bit of this is actually part of our plot. Because what I've been told is my plot starts from here, and for some reason a tyre with an old tree growing out of it, all the way back to here. And then down the side of the front of the allotment, as you can see, there's a slight path there, but over time we'll be able to make our own little border and try and make this path a lot better. And then choosing where our allotment ends and then where the next allotment starts is anyone's guess. Because of how badly it's overgrown, you can't see if there's any old markings or anything. At the moment, the allotment next to me is actually vacant, so there's no one there. So we can carry on and basically make our own border, because I do know the square foot of the size of the allotment. I just got to try and do some maths to try and work out how big it is. So the first thing we're going to be doing is marking out our allotment perimeter, so we actually know what we've got to work with. Got a nice little ball of yarn to measure our perimeter with. Take this back. Right, because we've got our first half of our perimeter secured, we're going to have to know how long this is. Because my allotment is 107 square centimetres, but it's not a true square. It's a bit of a weird size. So we can just guesstimate how much we need. But knowing how long this section is how long we know this section on the side is going to be. But my only problem is my tape measure only does 5 meters, so this is going to be fun. So it's roughly just over 7 meters in length. Now, if my calculations are correct, if you divide 107 square meters by 7.2 meters, which it was, you end up getting almost 15 meters of allotment room. I don't know if that's correct or not, because that is a lot of room. But I'm actually just going to go 10 meters at the moment in the other direction, because I don't know how much room we're going to be having for our neighbour, and I don't want to take the mick because the barriers aren't 100% up yet. So let's just go 10 meters this way and see where we're at. Right, see that little stick there? Now that is 10 meters long. So that's only 70 square foot meters at the moment. And I think that is plenty. So now, just to mark out our territory. Right, so that is the main perimeter done. Now, I did bring another bamboo stick with me, hoping that I'll be able to fit it over there so I can get my perimeter fully done all the way around. But like, how am I going to be able to get through all of that? So what you might have noticed as well is above our main allotment barrier, we've got this tree. And this tree literally overhangs almost a quarter of my allotment. But apparently I was told that this tree should not have been here in the first place. As you can see, there's a fence around it, and this tree should have been the other side of the fence. So I've been told that if I wanted to, I can actually cut down all the overhanging branches that are on top of my allotment territory. So I'll probably be doing that in a much later video when I've got the allotment kinda in a better place. Now that I've half marked out my area, I now need to clear all this. But at the moment, I have not got no tools for my allotment. So instead of going to B&Q, let's head off somewhere else to see if we can get some cheap gardening tools. Alright, so we are off to a reuse centre, and hopefully in the reuse centre it should have some relatively cheap garden tools, which should be perfect for our allotment. Alright, we are here. So this is what they've got at the moment, and I might take a shovel and maybe these pair of snips, because they might be good enough to get rid of some of the weeds. I have got my tools, and as you can see, they are a nice little colour. So cool little story, I did buy the tools that you saw in the video, but unfortunately they're locked in someone's shed and they can't get them out. So I've had to borrow these, and let's just say these will do. These will do. So not just that, I have borrowed a rake as well, a pair of snips, but most importantly, I've brought this from home. This is the only thing that is actually from my house. Don't know what this tool is called, but it's actually really good. So I'll be using this quite a lot. So now that we've got all our tools, let's start clearing some of this allotment out. And I'm going to start off by seeing why there is a tyre with a tree in it. Come on. The weird thing is, there's actually a membrane under here. I'm not sure where that's come from. Yeah, look, there's a membrane right underneath this. That's going to make it interesting. There we go. First problem solved. Let's see how far this membrane goes. I'm hoping it isn't the complete allotment. Alright, looks like it's ending there, which is good. Alright, let's cut this off. These nettles are getting in the way. There we go. There's one down. Because of how awkward this is being, what we're going to be doing is using my favourite tool, which is this. And this is perfect for literally just ripping stuff out. Get straight underneath it. So much easier. Yeah, look, we've got another membrane here. Christ. Hey, sorry, Mr. Fella. Don't want to disturb him in there. Look, this is what's going to be annoying us. Looks like membrane. Could be some sort of carpet or something. I think the more we're going to be digging this up, the more we're going to be discovering, unfortunately. So the ground is actually giving me more grief than I thought it would, because there's a membrane underneath and the roots have really dug into it. So what I'm going to do instead is I might just finish off the line down this border here. Might just cut it, get rid of all the leaves and stuff, see what's going on here. We are running into quite a few problems. So not only did I say about the membrane being there, but we've also got a lot of roots, and big roots as well. Also finding loads of sticks. I'm guessing it's from the tree above. But see how easy it is with this tool? You can literally just get right underneath it, and then the whole thing and the roots should come out. The only thing is it does struggle with bigger roots because it's not that sharp. It's just sharp enough just to skim across the ground. Look at this. We've got ivy growing. That's weird. Now look at that. That isn't too bad. Our border is almost done on this side. Now before I finish off today, I want to try and clear this area off here. So this little corner of my allotment. Not only because we've got a chair, it's because we want a base of operations. Because this place is going to get even more crazy and even more dirty. So we need an area on which we can store stuff, and we know it isn't going to get too dirty. And I regret sitting on that. This could potentially be good firewood in a couple of weeks' time if I decide to do a fire. But for now, we'll just put it with the rest. Jesus Christ. That's it. Hey look, my first little slow worm. Say hello. Jesus Christ, that is in there. What I might do instead is try and get around it and then attempt to try and tackle it at both sides. I am absolutely sweating. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was to take out, because I've took a little bit out already, and look at the root system on this. That is going to be in the ground really, really hard. So what I might have to try and do for now is maybe just try and cut it so it's level, and then worry about it at a different date. This is going to be a long day. Another stick. If I can get them individually like that, I can actually pull them out the ground. So I've just noticed when I was clearing up this area at the back that we have got some sort of xylophone on the floor. And my barrier mark, my bamboo stick, is actually inside of it. So I'm going to have to try and take this out and see what's underneath here. So look, it's an old surfboard. How did that even get there? See, that's the only problem about allotments, is you don't know what you're going to find. There we go. So our main base is going to have to wait, because unfortunately I have run out of time, but we have made really good progress. So not only have we been able to mark out half our allotment size, we've also managed to dig out one complete side here and see what damage we got. One of the big issues I can see that we're going to have is this ground has got a lot of big roots in it. For example, this one here, this one here, another one there, and when I was digging up this last bit here, there was a big monster one there, and I think that root is coming from this tree. And we're also going to have a slight problem with build up with old leaves, sticks and the weeds that I've been pulling out. So when it comes to all the leaves, sticks, all the dead weeds and stuff that I've pulled out the ground, I could end up using it as a compost, and we're going to have a lot of compost because look at this. There's just loads of it. But if you guys got any suggestions on what else I can use of it, or any ways that I can try and dispose of it, then let me know. So unfortunately, this video is going to have to end now, but this is going to be the first video of my new allotment series. And hopefully you guys will enjoy trying to see me develop this allotment into something great, because I'm not going to lie, it's going to take a while. And I'm hopefully planning on having videos maybe once every 2 weeks of this allotment series, as it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort to try and get it up to standard. And if you guys got any suggestions on what I can actually do to my allotment in the future, then please let me know, because at the moment all I'm trying to do is level the ground, secure my borders, trying to get rid of many weeds and rubbish as I can, and then try and see where we can go from there. So yeah, so my name's been Josh. I hope you guys did enjoy this allotment video, and I hope there'll be many more in the future. So thanks for watching.